If you ever hear 3 slow knocks on your bedroom door at exactly 3:03 a.m. and you know you live alone, don't open it. Because I did. And the worst part? There was no one standing outside. But something still came in. I had just moved into that house a week earlier. It was old, the kind of place that looked normal during the day but felt different after sunset. 2 floors, narrow hallway, wooden stairs that creaked even when no one walked on them. The rent was cheap. Too cheap. The landlord barely asked questions. Just handed me the keys and said, "Don't open the back door at night." I laughed. Thought it was a joke. The first 2 nights were quiet. Just the normal sounds of an old house settling, faint pops in the walls, soft thuds from the attic. I told myself it was nothing. Then the 3rd night came. 3:03 a.m. 3 slow knocks. Knock. 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 Not loud. Not aggressive. Just calm. Patient. I froze in bed. My phone screen lit up beside me. 3:03 a.m. exactly. I lived alone. No roommates. No pets. Another knock. Same rhythm. I forced myself up and walked toward the bedroom door. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. "Hello?" I whispered. Silence. I grabbed the handle and pulled the door open. The hallway was empty. Dark. Still. But at the end of the hallway, the back door was slightly open. And I knew for a fact I had locked it before going to sleep. That's when I felt it. A sudden cold breath against the back of my neck. From inside my room. Slowly. I turned around. My bedroom was darker than it had been seconds ago. And the closet door was now open. I never opened it. Something had come in. And it wasn't outside anymore. Stood frozen in the hallway, staring into my bedroom. The closet door was wide open. I never leave it open. Ever. The air inside the room felt heavier. Thicker. Like the oxygen had been replaced with something colder. I stepped back into the bedroom slowly, not breaking eye contact with the closet. "Stop imagining things," I whispered to myself. Maybe I forgot to close it. Maybe. But then I noticed something else. The bed sheets were disturbed. Like someone had been sitting there. Right where I had been lying minutes ago. My breathing became shallow. I reached for my phone and turned on the flashlight. The beam shook in my hand as I aimed it toward the closet. Clothes hanging. Shoes on the floor. Nothing unusual. But the darkness behind the clothes looked deeper. Like it wasn't just shadow. Like it had depth. Then I heard it. A slow inhale. Not mine. From inside the closet. I stepped back immediately. The hanging clothes shifted slightly. No wind. No fan on. Just movement. Then 3 soft taps. From the inside wall of the closet. Tap. 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 Same rhythm as the knocking. I ran out of the room and slammed the bedroom door shut behind me. My heart was racing uncontrollably. This wasn't normal. This wasn't the house settling. I grabbed my laptop and checked the small security camera I had set up in the living room earlier that week. The feed loaded. Everything looked normal. Until I noticed something in the hallway. My bedroom door. Slowly. Opening. From the inside. And something tall, too tall, bending slightly to step out. The camera glitched. The screen went black. And then my phone vibrated in my hand. Unknown number. A text message. You opened it. My hands were shaking as I stared at the text message. You opened it. Unknown number. No caller ID. No profile picture. I tried calling back. Number not in service. When I looked up from my phone, the hallway camera feed flickered back on. The hallway was empty again. My bedroom door was fully open. But something felt wrong. The angle of the door. It wasn't just open. It looked bent. Like something tall had squeezed through it. I slowly turned my head toward the real hallway outside the living room. The lights were off. The air was silent. Too silent. Then I heard it. Footsteps. Not from upstairs. Not from outside. From inside the walls. Slow dragging steps, moving through the structure of the house. Following the hallway. Coming toward the living room. The camera feed began glitching again. Static lines cut across the screen. And for one split second, I saw it clearly. A tall, pale shape. Its head tilted at an unnatural angle. Arms too long. Fingers scraping along the wall. Its face. There wasn't one. Just smooth skin stretched tight. Except for a vertical crack where a mouth should be. And it was smiling. Then the lights in the living room shut off. Everything went dark. My laptop screen dimmed. And I felt it. That same cold breath. Right beside my ear. You opened it, a whisper repeated. But this time, it wasn't from my phone. It was from behind me. I didn't turn around. I couldn't. My body refused to move. The air behind me felt heavy, charged, like electricity before a storm. Then I heard it again. But this time, it sounded like me. You opened it. My exact voice. Same tone. Same breathing pattern. I slowly stood up from the couch. The whisper moved with me. Perfectly synchronized. I grabbed the nearest lamp and swung it behind me. Nothing. Empty space. But the whisper didn't stop. Now it was coming from everywhere. From the ceiling. From the walls. From inside my chest. Then my phone lit up again. Front camera activated by itself. And on the screen, it was standing behind me. Tall. Bent slightly to fit inside the room. Its head inches from mine. But when I spun around, nothing. Empty air. The phone screen showed something else now. The creature wasn't behind me anymore. It was in front of me. Mimicking my movements with a slight delay. Like it was learning how to move correctly. It raised its arm. A second later, my arm twitched involuntarily. I tried to lower it. It didn't respond immediately. The thing on the screen smiled wider. It wasn't copying me anymore. I was copying it. I ran to the front door. Locked. Deadbolt engaged. Windows sealed. There was nowhere for it to physically stand. But it didn't need to. The house creaked violently. The walls thudded like something was slamming into them from inside. Then, 3 knocks. From my bedroom door. Knock. 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 But I was standing in the living room. The bedroom was empty. Or at least, it should have been. My phone buzzed again. New message. You invited me twice. I didn't understand. Twice? Then I remembered. The landlord's words. Don't open the back door at night. I opened it. And then, I opened my bedroom door after the knock. 2 invitations. The hallway light flicked on by itself. My bedroom door was closed now. Slowly, the handle began turning. And I realized something horrifying. It wasn't trying to get out anymore. It was waiting for me to open it again. Because it can't cross closed doors without permission. But it can ask. And it always knocks 3 times. The knocking started again. Slower this time. More patient. It knew I understood now. It feeds on invitation. Permission. Acknowledgement. Even fear. My phone screen went black. Then a live camera feed appeared. Not from my house. From a bedroom. Dark. Familiar. It took me a second to realize what I was looking at. It was my bedroom. But not from my camera. From inside the closet. Looking outward. The closet door slowly opened on screen. And I saw myself. Standing frozen in the living room. The camera wasn't showing the present. It was showing what was about to happen. In the video, I walked toward the bedroom. My real body felt heavy. Like something was pulling me. The knocking stopped. Complete silence. Then the whisper returned. Soft. Right behind my ear. Open it. My hand moved toward the hallway. Against my will. The bedroom door stood still at the end of the corridor. Waiting. And just before my fingers touched the handle, 3 new knocks echoed. Not from the bedroom. Not from the house. But from behind you. Knock. 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 If you hear it, don't open the door. Because it doesn't leave. It just waits for the next invitation. And now, it knows your voice too. Smiling face with horns.